Hi everyone, welcome back to Dramatic Budgets. If this is your first time here, then my name's Lisa and I'm on a debt-free and hopefully savings journey to get rid of what started out as just under £11,000 worth of debt. If you have been with me before, then thank you so much for coming back and joining me for another video. So guys, today is my check-in for week 2 of October. Which means we're halfway to payday already, which is great after the last month, because it was 5 weeks. It just felt like forever. But yeah, so we're doing all right. It has been a spendy week. I'll sort of explain to you. It's sort of all in budget, I guess, sort of. There is no money left in here, so I will just show you those to start with, and then we can get it out of the way, because there is naught left in this wallet whatsoever. I will take you through my spending for this week, and then I will just take you through the budget sheet as well. So the week started off on Monday, which was the 9th, and is finishing on the 15th. So that was my friend's birthday. We don't buy cards or anything, so I let her know to wish her happy birthday. I paid my sister £29, which was money I owed. It was what was left over for a meal that she'd paid for. It was the rest of the money that I owed her. Plus, she went to Costco and got me and my mum some stuff, so I paid her what I owed her for those things as well. So that was the £29. My Asda shop I did click and collect, and that was £25.42. And Etsy I spent £34.49. So I know I'm not supposed to really be buying extra stuff at the minute, but Etsy was doing a deal where if you were buying anything over £40, they gave you a 10% discount, which they gave back to the sellers, so the sellers weren't losing out that money. This planner will finish, I think, in December, in October, November. Yeah, so this planner will actually finish at the end of the year. And up to now, Abundant Budgets has only been doing 6 monthly planners, but she has now started doing a 12 monthly. And it's all hardback and it's beautiful. If you haven't seen her video of the walkthrough, please have a quick look, because it looks fantastic. I've been using her planners now for it will be a full 12 months. I had the first year I had the She's on a Budget, and then I started using other planning sheets, and then I've sort of been using her planner since January, and it kind of fits everything that I need to in it. So I decided to purchase her 12-month planner because it gave me some money off. So that was what my £34.49 is. So yeah, so technically it was unbudgeted, but I got that money extra in my wage, so that is what's covering it, so that's fine. On Tuesday I spent £4.50 on a meal deal in WH Smith's. I realised that I had nothing in my freezer to take to work, and didn't have anything in the cupboards that I could quickly make up. I was gonna have salad, but when I looked at the salad leaves were not edible. Yeah, so that went in the bin. So I ended up buying that for my lunch. So that was unusual spend, but that's what the money was for. I'm just gonna shut the back door. It's too cold. Plus there's no point in having heating on if you've got back doors open. So yeah, so that was Tuesday. So then Wednesday was kind of my sort of, I guess, a spendy day. Well, no, one of 2 spendy days, or 3 spendy days. I nipped to well, first of all, I nipped to Costa after work because I finish early on a Wednesday. I'd got a free coffee in there. I'd got an app drop for 30% off food, and I'd got a gift card that I'd been given for my birthday that I had some money left on. So for a drink and my lunch, essentially, at Costa, it cost me £2.41. I then nipped to Iceland and bought a couple of little bits, treats for my other half. He's having a bit of a hard time at the minute, so I snuck around to his house and left him a treat in each room as like a little game for when he got home. Very childish, but he loved it, especially when he saw what I'd bought him. So that was the treats. And I nipped to Asda on the way home because my mum had been in Wales for a few days, so she just asked if I'd pick her up a couple of bits on my way back. So that was £3.20. I then went to the garage to find out how much it was going to cost me for the new valve, and they'd also sorted out my anti-pollution filter thing because that came up on the car. That was another £48. So yeah, so it has cost me the best part of £100 for the car in the last 2 weeks. So fingers crossed and touch wood that that is it now until it's due its service at the back end of the year. So that's for the car. And then I paid for the lounge at Heathrow for me and my other half in December. He doesn't know about it because my mum's going to buy, she's going to give me half the money because she's paying for that for his birthday. But since none of my family and him know anything about this channel, I feel safe in the knowledge that I can say that. So that is £75.60. So yeah, so the reason I've done this is so that we can just spend a few hours, because we're staying in the hotel next to the airport. We can just go over and spend a few hours, have as much coffee, tea, drinks, food as we want before we get on the flight, because we land sort of late-ish. It's about 7 o'clock that we land, so we're going to need some food and sustenance beforehand, and if we get it out of the lounge, we won't need to buy it on the flight. And then Thursday, Friday were lovely no spend days. And then yesterday I went to Manchester to meet up with my friend, and we went to see Nashville in concert at the O2 Apollo. So that does look like a lot of money. It is a lot of money. But I paid for, I think it was 2 lots of drinks and our dinner. I think that was it, because she paid for the rest. So she bought the tickets for my birthday. She said, when I asked her how much the tickets were, she was like, shall I just buy them for your birthday? I knew straight away that meant she spent more on these tickets than I would normally. As it turned out, we were about 3 rows back from the VIP section at the front, so they were fantastic tickets. And I just said to her, are you going to tell me how much these tickets were? And she went, no, she'll tell me off. And so I still don't know. So what I'd sort of said is, because she'd paid over the odds, as I figured, for the tickets, I would buy us dinner. So the dinner was about £70, £75. So that's in there. And then obviously some drinks. So that's fine. It is her big birthday on Christmas Eve. And so I'd sort of agreed with her that instead of doing presents and everything, what we're going to do, because they're the only friends that I buy presents for, her and her husband. Her husband told me last year he didn't want presents anymore because he didn't need anything, and not to waste my money. So we have made an agreement that from next year, what we're going to do is we're going to get together once a year and try and maybe go away for the weekend, me and my other half, her and her husband, and just spend time together, just, you know, having memories and spending quality time rather than paying out for stuff that we might not want or use. So that's what we've decided on. And for her birthday, I've said we'll look at doing maybe a spa day or a spa overnight for a birthday as a treat. So yeah, so that kind of came into conversation, and I thought that would be good to kind of put into the budget and everything as well. So that was my day out money. That was a long rant, wasn't it? Long ramble. And then today I have spent no money, so we're all right. So let's go to the week in the planner. So we started off the week with £541.20. Didn't get anything else into the bank, so as expected, so that's what it stayed at. The Freeman's and dishwasher money went out exactly as expected, so that was the £19.98, leaving £520.22. I spent, as you've seen, everything out of the wallets in my purse. The last £10 went on the taxi from the train station yesterday to the venue. She was going to pay it, and then for some reason he decided to tell us he didn't accept card, which is very unusual nowadays in city centres. So luckily I had just about enough money to cover the taxi ride, so that's where the last £10 is. So note to self, if you're going to get a black cab, make sure that they take card before you get in it. Then obviously the money to my sister, money to Etsy. The car, you'll notice, is £46, not 48 on here. That's because there was £2 left in my sinking fund, so obviously I took that out and put that in my back to the bank, so that covered some of the money. The lounge money and day out, again, you'll notice that it's slightly less because I had £25.40 in my sinking fund, so obviously I've put that back in the bank towards it. So that was a total of £333.03. Wow. Leaving £187.19. I put £15 into sinking funds. Nothing obviously left over for challenges, so that left £172.19, and then £1.16 is what I used on my overdraft, so that it leaves us with £171.03 for the next 2 weeks, which isn't too bad, because this week I've only got the curries at £2.99, and the second credit card, this is the new credit card, it's only a £10 bill, so that's fine. And then the week after, I think there's only one, there's only one that comes out before I get paid, so we've got enough money to cover. But as always, that money went into Plum last week, so I could always bring that back. And I still have a little bit of money put to one side from what I got paid extra, that I can bring into budget if I need to. There's not an awful lot of money left, but there is some, so that's fine. And obviously when my mum gives me her half of the money for the lounge, that'll go back into that pot anyway. So yeah, so we're not doing too bad. I'm happy enough for the week. So yeah, I'm happy enough with it all. We seem to be doing okay. If you've watched my last video with my debt update, you'll know I'm really happy with where that is going at the moment. I would like to have more money to put into sinking funds every week, but you know, we are probably going to have to go like this for the next few months, and then once we get into the new year, obviously the car loan will be dwindling down to nothing, so that will give me a little bit of extra money, and hopefully I might actually get some savings challenges completed. Obviously at Christmas we will be emptying the annual ones, so the penny challenge and the save the year will be emptied anyway at the beginning of January, no matter what. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So right guys, I am gonna love you and leave you. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe and click that notification bell to let you know whenever I post a new video. Of course, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and there is always the comment section down below as well. Until next time guys, I hope you've had a lovely start to the week, and I will see you all very soon. Bye guys.